In front of you are 3 leaflets from the 1975 referendum on the UK's membership of the European Community. The reason I have these leaflets is that my grandfather had the foresight to put them to one side to keep them in good condition at the time of the referendum. They were then in turn passed on to my father, and he gave me these 3 leaflets around about the time of the 2016 referendum on the UK's membership of the European Union. And they're a fascinating talking point to have had in the House during that referendum and during the Brexit negotiations, machinations, rows that have taken place since. It's been really interesting to look at some of the comparisons as to the way in which the same issues were referred to in both campaigns, and the way in which the context has changed, but a lot of the argument points are very, very similar. Now, as good as it's been to have these as a point of interest in the House, I'm also very aware they've just been sat on my bookshelf. And so I've agreed to donate these 3 leaflets to the School of Law and Politics at Cardiff University, a university at which I've recently graduated with an MSc Econ in International Relations. And I hope that they will prove a useful source to students, whether they be looking at comparisons between the referendums, whether they be looking at the UK's relationship with Europe, whether they be looking at political communications or whatever. I hope they're a useful source. I feel that it's something of more interest than I deserve to keep to myself on the bookshelf. So I really hope they prove useful. Just before I send them on to Cardiff University, I thought it'd be good to make a little video. And I'm just going to flip through them. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on detail about all the content. You'll get a flavour of it from this video. I'll also post links on the YouTube video of the London School of Economics digital library of material related to the 1975 referendum, where they've got the English only language copies of each of these 3 leaflets digitized, so you can read them in greater clarity than you'll be able to from this video. I appreciate this is just going to be a quick snapshot, a quick idea as to what sort of topics are in there, as opposed to something that you can read properly. So if you are studying it and that's useful, then hopefully that will be very helpful to you. If you do need to get hold of these, then I don't know exactly who the person to contact at Cardiff University will be, but hopefully between either the Law and Politics Department or the library, it will be possible to make use of these in the future, and I hope they're really useful to you. So I'm just going to flip through each of them very gently. It would be a shame, having had them kept so nicely for so long, if I do anything other than gently. So we'll start with the No campaign. Unsuccessful in 1975, rather more so in 2016. Very much emphasise it's not the statement of HM government, and you get that as well on the front of the Yes campaign. We also have the statement from HM government in the Britain's New Deal in Europe document. I'll just leave it open on a few pages and let you have a bit of a look at what's included. You'll see some of the topics are very similar to those which were discussed in 2016. Moving on to the Yes campaign. One point that catches the eye there is the reference to the United States want us to stay in, which bears some resemblance to Barack Obama's intervention in the 2016 referendum debate. And finally, we've got the government statement. This is Britain's New Deal in Europe. The stated position of the government under Harold Wilson. I appreciate you've now watched through over 17 minutes of largely silence, but I didn't want to do a running commentary of every page, given my own interpretation of it. The purpose of this video is to share the content of the 3 leaflets. As I say, they're going to be passed on to Cardiff University and made available to students there. I hope they're helpful to many a further student who attends at Cardiff University, and I hope they enjoy their time at the university as much as I did. Thank you very much.